How to make simple toothless gears in Scrap Mechanic without blueprint editing. You'll need a few things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take any old piston. We're going to turn it into a single block piston since it's easier for us here. Obviously this is going to be the part to extend, so we're going to take a piece of suspension, preferably a longer one. We're going to place it on the head of here, if it's going to let us. Oh, it gave us a second frame there, but I gotta get... It's a little bit finicky. Just a little. It's easier to do it the other way around, to do the piston on the inside, or the suspension on the inside. But it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a screw, we're going to grab a bearing, which I already have in my inventory conveniently, and we're going to grab a pipe. So we're going to go with that. We're going to put a bearing right there. We're going to put the pipe piece. Oh, had it there for a second as well. Yeah, there we go. We're going to do it facing this way. We're going to put the bearing there. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to save this as that for now. Doesn't really matter. There we go. We're going to put a pillar up. We're going to grab a controller. We're going to place it down. We're going to put down two bearings. We're going to hook this one up into that one. We're going to set, or both of them up actually. We're going to set this one to 90 degrees on fast. We're going to hook that into... Nope, that was the wrong way. Gotta do this again. Glaceon is dumb. Which is fine. Cool. So you want it in the correct position first, and then you want to move it after. Bearing is facing the wrong way, so I have to grab the underside. There we go. So now we're just going to go in the correct position, which we can test by putting this back to 0. And that should be the right position if we throw this on a lift and we delete that block there, which should, yes, release it. Cool. So we'll actually have the bearing there. We'll set this to 90 degrees. We are also going to lock this side. We will place this right there. And we'll throw this on a lift. I guess I didn't need to hook up the second one, but that's fine. And now those should be welded together. Now we can remove the scaffolding. Oh. Yep, and that of course does not like that. Make sure those are set to 0 degrees. We're going to save this as temp gear. Save. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't flip out too much. And now we're going to make the setup for the actual gears. So what we're going to do is we're going to place down any old platform. We're going to grab a few blocks. We're going to do an engine, I guess. Do an electric engine. I will grab a switch. You could use a controller for this, doesn't matter. And then you want to grab your wheel of choice, and I'm going to grab another pipe piece. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve out a little bit here. I'm going to place down a bearing, my wheel, and I'm going to grab, let's fit, nah, it's not going to let me do it that way. Cool. So what we're going to do actually is I'm going to place it on, I guess that should be fine. It might actually be in the way this way. Actually, it should be fine if I go the other way. because it extends to pretty much right there. Which means if I wanted to, I could place both on there, the bearing there, and I should be able to delete that one when the time comes. Oh, it's a little bit bigger than I thought. Okay, well that's fine. I'll just move it over by one. You know, you think I'd be a professional and know what I'm doing, but this is actually the first time I'm setting this one up. So, yeah. Yep, that goes there. Yes, it's gonna look a little funky. That is fine. No, it's the wrong side for that one. Oh, again, wrong side. How many times am I gonna grab this wrong side here? Kind of, but let's try grabbing that one then. How many times am I gonna grab the wrong side here? It does look like it's rotated, which is a pain in the tush. Let's reset it. Ah, I see. Oh. And platform decided to jump away. Cool. Again, why I don't really like using these kind of gears. But it should hopefully be fine by the time it settles down. Oh, and of course the lift is in the way. So I'm gonna extend that out to move the center point of the creation. Hey, there we go. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place a wheel there. We are going to delete that block there. We're going to replace said block, right? Yes, no, maybe so. No, it should be that one there. No, it'll be this one. I actually might want to use a different block there. So I guess I will temporarily add these back. No, I do not want to do that because it might delete the piston side when I'm trying to delete that. Lots of pain in the tush. Whatever. Whatever. It's just on the inside you don't want to use a block that can collide with that wood very easily. So I'm just going to place those, even though that is not a suitable block for that. It's fine though, because it shouldn't be colliding too much with it. It's just during the initial setup of it, I guess it will be. Yeah. Because all these will extend by one by default. So you'll have that on by default, but we aren't going to do that just yet. Because, well, do I want to switch out this one? I kind of do, but I kind of don't need to, but I kind of want to, so I will. Again, reducing friction, that's the only reason I'm adding these pipe pieces here. You don't need them per se. Again, these aren't going to be colliding with anything, so I'm not terribly worried about those. I guess we could put our electric engine on there, hook that up to there, hook that up to there. 2 notches up. That should be it, essentially. Let's just test it real quick. Ooh, okay. I didn't weld that together. Good job, me. I forgot to weld that block to there. That is a very simple fix, though. There we go. Let's try this again. Oh? Yeah, there we go. Much better. Nice and smooth. But yeah, that is how you make a toothless gear. Again, I don't like these. And again, the only reason I'm having those pieces there is because I want to reduce the amount of friction on there, even though it's not necessary. As you can see, it does bump it just a little bit, especially on the inner one. But yeah, no, it's just a tad bit of glitch welding. No blueprint editing or anything fancy. No mods either. I'd say it's decently compact for what it is. Let's try turning it up, actually. I'm curious. How bad does this get? Oh, yeah. See, now it's starting to put torque on the pistons, which is actually causing the wood part there to collide with that block there, and that block there. Let's try going even faster. Yep, now it's actually exacerbating that collision. So let me just remove this. Let me extend this part here. Again, making sure it's connected. There we go. Because apparently the first time I didn't connect it. And now let's see this thing go at that speed. Oh, no. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, no. I don't think that's the direction it's supposed to work. I don't even know why that works. That's kind of odd. Here, let me lower the speed of that and then put this on a lift and try this again. There we go. That makes more sense. Oh, it's still colliding with something. Is that wood actually colliding? Like with blueprint editing, you could put a screw there, but I'm trying to show this without blueprint editing. And I guess with a screw there, it would collide less, or a pipe piece even less. I don't know. Oh, yep, it's trying. Electric engines are actually faster than gas engines now, but I think that works decently well, even at that speed. And obviously if you wanted to put a pipe through, right? A pipe to go through to here, what you would have to do is you'd have to put a pass-through piston right here, put it on a bearing, connect that bearing to right about here, then put a piece of suspension, one of the longer ones, from right here to right here, and then connect it to your other side. So, yeah, that's how you do that. I don't know. I still prefer doing, let me just load up this. Oh, and I of course dropped it right on my other one. Yeah. I of course prefer putting in an actual differential using mechanical gears instead of, you know, a hardwired gear or a toothless gear. I don't know. This way is a little bit nicer for me. And yes, glitch welding galore, no blueprint editing though. I even put it with steering as well. So you can get that steering in there, and then I got the suspension in the back. I think it works decently nicely. Of course, I just run over things. Yeah, as I said, it's got suspension. Doesn't have any torque issues or anything. And obviously, since it's got a differential, you can lock up one of the tires if you wanted to. And it would actually put that force into the other side because of the gear there. So, yeah. Obviously, I could put another differential in here as well if I really wanted to make it proper all-wheel drive, but couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But yeah, so that's how you do that. If you want, I can put this on the workshop. I don't know. I can't really take credit for this. Let me just go here. Because all I was doing was taking... Oh, that's the wrong one. Was taking that one. That's a really small image. And this one that Sav made. So I don't particularly like the use of mods. I'm assuming he's using invisible bearings in there. He doesn't have his connect tool out, which is fine. Again, you'll have to have that piston or that suspension going in between anyways. I don't like how he's not using pass-through pistons though. They're really easy to make. And he's also using modded parts on there as well. I don't know. It's just, it's overcomplicated for oversized and overcomplicated for how simple it is, and you don't need mods either. Just a tad bit of glitch welding. Doesn't take long to set up. I should have a decent amount of torque. I don't know. I guess I could quickly show how to do a pass-through piston. They are really, really easy to set up. Like, if you ever want one, all you have to do is you place down a bearing, right? Place down whatever you want on the head of the piston. I usually extend out a few more blocks just to be able to lift it up easier, right? You can place a bearing there if you want bearings on both sides of the pass-through, and then you place down your piston, drop your lift, do that, break that, put on your lift. The reason you have to put on your lift is because to connect that end of that piston and that bearing together, it has to be on a lift. Similar way to the way we made the glitch on here, except we used the controller to move out of the way. This way we're using a lift because that is much easier. But yeah, that is already set up. Also, if you're wondering what the magic was that allowed me to make a single block piston, all that is changing where the parent object is welded to this block here, right? So let's say when I place this block here and I put this piston down, right? This whole peg is now the parent object. It's counted as one single object. But since we can place wood inside of it, it becomes this group right here. So now we're limiting it to just that group there. And now we're removing one, so now it's only the one in the middle that's the parent object, and that's how you make a headless piston. The nice thing about something like this, though, is you can actually, let's spam click that, upgrade that, and, oh, it didn't save my, why is it being so weird? Okay, now let's try this again. There we go. You can make a little worm that runs away on you. For no reason, other than it just can. Yeah. Yeah, not hard glitches. They're all basic stuff. The one I use a lot for, again, I showed all this stuff off in my how to do glitch welding tutorial, which I don't think got very much traction, but it's whatever. Yeah, you could just do that. I guess I'll do it with this. I usually, well, no, let's do it with the screw. Yeah, just grab a screw. So yeah, you can also do that. There you go. And then you can place a bearing on the end of that, and there you go. Very, very basic glitch welding for having your steering one, instead of all the way down here, you have it one higher. So, obviously multiplayer does not like mechanisms like this, unfortunately, because it doesn't like blocks inside of other blocks. So I know multiplayer would absolutely hate looking at something like this, but it is what it is. Yeah, if you guys liked the video, hit that like button. If you disliked it, why are you still watching? There's so many YouTubers that do this kind of stuff better, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. If there's any other things that you guys want me to show glitch-wise, just let me know in the comments, or if there's any improvements or any other people you've seen actually do this better, you know, just let me know. A friendly little comment never hurts anyone, right? And I actually love seeing the community feedback or seeing your guys' creations as well. I do have a community creation section in my server for that purpose, so if you guys ever make anything cool, I would actually love to see it. It does inspire me. Again, this I kind of made just because of that Discord post, so yeah. Rar. Rar XT bounces on you. Nope, I ain't doing that shit.